Hey there everybody, mbrickz here, and we are taking a look at another one of my MOCs today. So this is basically a battle arena, complete with an armory right there, and then to that side we have the sort of place where they would train. Now this, a lot of people were disappointed by the Thor Ragnarok Hulk versus Thor set. I don't know what it's called exactly, like that $40 set. So this is mainly inspired off that, but let's get in for a closer look, starting with sort of the training side. So here we have this sort of wrestling pit right here. Now see the 2018, yeah, I made this like a year ago, modular building set was there around this time when I made this. So you know, I took inspiration off that. I definitely did when I made this. I didn't have all the pieces I wanted, so I just made this sort of dark gray base with some of these golden telescope pieces to hold up these tiles, and then a red mat which is stud, so you could probably put two figures right there without it being too crowded. Off here we have a weight shack. You just sloped at the top, a little sort of brick built water bottle, and then clips holding these weights, one bigger and one smaller. And then I think I took some inspiration off the Avatar movie with the blue people, not the show. So you can, when I made this bench press, I think it's called. So you could have a figure down here close to the ground, and then, you know, just a simple assembly to hold up that weight, which can be removable, and the head rest sort of goes up and down. We have this right here, which is a punching bag, which I also based off from the modular building. This rounded piece, these pieces, and it's just on a jumper. So the reason I did that was so if you punch it, like if a figure comes up and just punches it, it will blow right off. So, like as we saw in the beginning of Avengers with Captain America. And it's on this sort of piece, so it can go up and down like so, and just the simple build, nothing really, it's self-explanatory. Here I have a big weight. These can spin, not by design, though it does have some pinholes. And this is my big fig weight. So yeah, like figures like the Hulk would come up, and that's the weight they would use. And moving over to the armory, then we'll go back to the arena. The armory, these are always supposed to be in this sort of semi-circle look, and then figures would come up and sort of go and get the stuff that they want. Right here we have Kylo Ren's helmet. So yeah, this is like somewhere in space. I figured that this might have showed up here sometime. Here we have a plate of armor, which I believe was originally in either Scooby-Doo first and then Lord of the Rings, or Lord of the Rings and then Scooby-Doo. I don't know. I got mine from a Scooby-Doo set. And then it's just holding up this Batman thing, which is Batman has armor in itself. And in the comics, he does go to space a couple times, I believe. And then you can, of course, put it back on there. That's more of the holding thing. Here, I decided to make these different colors. So this one is brown with some nice slope detailing. A lot of these just on hooks, 3 of them to hold sort of swords. These are like stuff you'd attach to your body to hold weapons. Like, for example, this holds arrows, so something you attach to your body that holds weapons. A belt right here which hold weapons, and then a clip that you could put on your back to also potentially hold weapons. This is the main sort of stuff you'd hold in hand, not throw or anything, not shoot or anything. I got a brick built hammer, which I inspired off of coals, and we got a bunch of clips. A spear right here, one of these staffs from Ninjago, another plain staff, a brick built weapon of my own design, and then this little, a minor small axe. And I just dropped off a shield right here, and it's a shield. And then turning it over, we have more swords. That's from Chima, from the castle theme. I think, I forgot where that was from. We got that right there, and then 2 more swords, and another shield right there, along with a lightsaber, yeah. So, could find that. We have this sort of reddish blue stand, and this looks pretty cool up here. These bowcasters that are crossed. That's a pretty cool sign. We got 2 smaller guns. Too bad they don't do those now. They only do these stud shooters. We got one of those marble styled guns. Bow, 2 of the longer guns, then one of the really long ones, and then one I brick built, which with the pieces I had, but it's based off of the design from the Old Republic. And then here's the last one. Mainly stuff you would throw, but then 2 stuff that didn't belong anything else. Whips or lassos. So a batarang, some Ninjago stuff you could throw, and then here's the whip. We got some TNT, some telescopes. Don't know why you'd want to use that in a fight though, but there are a lot of people in the galaxy. And then we got this sort of Wonder Woman whip right there. And then hidden behind that, because it's kind of unsightly, we got these. Now what these are, they're not really in the armory, they're powers. So I made this one for Spider-Man, just my various web collection. See, all this stuff isn't from figures, because if figures come with accessories, I keep them and I display them. These are just my loose parts that I have lying around. So yeah, some web-looking pieces, some pieces that tend to look like webs. These were more just coincidence. Some of these pieces, the top of Flickfire missiles, which I find work pretty well if you put it into like that bar with a stud on it, which we'll see later. And then these Power Blast pieces, not Power Blast, I forgot what they're called, someone tell me in the comments. And then more clips if he does get more web accessories. This little assembly with some lightning which can come out of you, and then the lightsaber blade for the hilt. And then this assembly, which I made this, and it holds on to 2 of these. And once it opens, you can see we got a super jumper, 2 white, we got these Iron Man related pieces, a lot of red studs for stud shooters, an extra sort of lightning piece, this piece right here, and then this is the piece I was talking about with the stud and the bar. And that assembly is just okay. See, the main thing I really made this for is I didn't make it to look good for other people to watch this video because it looks good. I really just made this because I wanted something to play in, and I didn't want to buy the Thor vs. Hulk arena. But anyway, speaking of arenas, that brings us to the main one right here. I made these sort of stands right here with, I just had brown pieces laying around, I didn't order any pieces for this. And then these, so those are identical. And I have this little build, so you'd hold down here and then, oh wait, this side. Yeah, gotta hit it with a bit more force next time. So just gather up the black studs, put them in, and then, yeah, so you can make a tiny explosion. Maybe they shot something, I'm not sure, but I'm using an imagination with that. Off to this side, I got the red stripe going through just like the Thor's arena one. Not exactly, but they did have that red stripe going through, and then 2 different colors of sort of the gray. And you can see a bunch of exposed studs. That's for like maybe you stick a figure on there, maybe Spider-Man webs go there, maybe they can climb on walls, I don't know. We got some clips right there with torches, and if you remove that torch, there's an exposed stud right there on the wall. So just a bit more play, and a little clip there. Maybe you want to put a web there, one of Spider-Man's webs. And then these spikes are all on jumpers, so they can easily fall. You can see that. Or not jumpers, but this has studs and talents. They're not completely tiled in. So yeah, they're all able to fall, and I just knocked this over. But that is a tiny turret right there, in case you don't like someone who's in the arena for sort of the Grand Master. Again, inspiration off the Thor Ragnarok Lego set. Some more of those spikes, although we have one spike here that doesn't, or not intended to fall off that easily. And it's one of those 6 shooters, so when you turn this knob off the back, they all shoot out. But I don't want to do that right now because it would be so hard to get. And I chose the nice transparent green color. Off-ways to the back, we got a sort of chain going through, and I like the detailing. You can see how some of the columns sort of look disaligned, sort of like in the Gringotts Bank for the Harry Potter line, the old one from the Diagon Alley set. And then I made these sort of 2 minor builds. I just wanted to point out real quickly that just holds handcuffs, little spear for maybe the guard, or not exactly spear, I don't know what I was thinking there. And then this, originally it was like my tie build, just a Technic built micro scaled tie. Yeah, it sort of looks like that, but now I decided it could be a drone or something along those lines. So if you do, however, manage to sort of hit a figure against this wall right here, boom, the whole thing just goes up. So you can see that, and yeah, it's all on jumpers and stuff, and they are different articulations, and moving those out of the way. So you can see a ball joint right there, and then it's on a frictionless Technic pin, so it really allows you to get some of those nice looks into there, and then you can easily put the pieces back. And that is just something I wanted to do, like a huge, absolutely ginormous section of wall that you could sort of get in there and knock out. So yeah, you know, they go back easy enough. And then moving up, you can see all that sort of slope detail, and then you got to move this out of the way. That is on a jumper, so it can easily come off, but he has a telescope, a little place for him to stand, and then a gun. He could stand or sit, and then I just see some red pieces and these nice sort of railing pieces, moving it alongside to the back. It's not that pretty, like behind these walls or anything, and it's not intended to be pretty. This is like, again, like the arena in Thor Ragnarok, so, you know, it's not that good. Some more handcuffs, yeah, pillar just fell, that little play feature, it's all on this support beam. And then we got one of those older styled sort of Technic bolts for the Mindstorm's EV3. They might have been first used there, I'm not sure, but push that and that just goes shooting out. Now, I added an additional play feature. See, what they usually have you do is just this, right? But I realized that this fits around perfectly, and when this is fired off, that falls too. Like sometimes it will go with it and then just stick there. Sometimes it will go a little bit, then fall. Sometimes it will just fall off. And then, you know, it looks pretty cool. It could be like, you know, that's the only thing holding it in place, and then boom. So yeah, that's it for this mock video. Hope you like it. Please subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.